If you've joined us here at Prince of Peace in this season of Lent, in the last 5 weeks, you would have heard me talk about our junk drawer, our spiritual junk drawer, that is. But let's reflect back on what a junk drawer is. I had a thought as I was putting this together that junk drawers don't always start as junk drawers, do they? They start off just as drawers with all the best intention of things being organized and tidy, everything in there with its purpose and intent. Somewhere along the way, with life's busyness and excitement, and those junk drawers become, well, junk drawers. All sorts of different things that just don't belong. It's easy when life gets hectic, when life gets busy, when there is so much drawing our attention here and there, that this drawer becomes, well, a bit messy and a bit out of place. I think that is the perfect description of our lives, isn't it? We have so much intention for our lives, so much we want to accomplish, so much we want to strive for, to do good, put right things into the world, have great relationships with others and with God. But in our life, in the mess and busyness of life, it gets pretty junky. Things get out of place. Hate behaviors and habits creep in that, well, don't help so much. We're not organized, we're a mess. And some useful things are not so great anymore. When I opened up my junk drawer recently, I found a strange thing in there that really was out of place and really was messy. I found a stone. Anybody find a stone in their junk drawer before? Now, I have kids, so that might be the reason. But it's not far off, right? Some random object, maybe my kids brought it in and it was on a counter and we just swooped things into the junk drawer because people were coming over. We had to clean everything up. Or maybe it was something we thought was meaningful to us at one point. Maybe we grabbed a rock from someplace and thought, yeah, I need to hold on to this. And somehow it's not so meaningful and it finds its way into the junk drawer. Whatever it is, it's quite startling to see a stone all of a sudden in your junk drawer. These nights, this night especially, when we crack open our life and have a look at a service like this, we find stones in our life. Stones that, well, represent the mess and the brokenness of our lives. Things aren't quite like they're supposed to be, and stones start filling up our life. The mess that we want to control, the, the brokenness that breaks through. Things were supposed to go this way, but somehow didn't. And so we find a stone in our lives. Now, we can do a lot of things with that stone. Maybe we ignore it. Maybe we just keep trying to go on with life, ignore that messiness, ignore that brokenness, ignore that stone, and hope it doesn't cause any more mess than it already has, already creating junk in our lives. So we ignore it. Maybe it's a fault in our lives. Maybe it's a behavior, a habit that we're just going to ignore and hope it goes away, hope it doesn't rile its head and ruin a relationship. Sometimes we excuse it. We say, oh, well, it's really not that bad. That rock, actually, it's not that bad. We maybe pretty it up, hoping people won't see it. If we make it out to be something other than what it is, then it's not junk anymore, then it belongs. And that's the third thing we do with our stones. We embrace it. Who cares that people call it junk? I'm going to embrace it. It's a unique character flaw. It's cute, but it's junk and it doesn't belong. And it creates mess and brokenness in our lives. And these stones, well, over time, they can kind of take up space, can't they? They start to fill more and more of our junk drawer. We don't know how it happens. We look away for one moment, we focus on one thing, and we turn around, and those stones, those flaws, those brokenness, that mess, all of a sudden is having a huge impact on our life. We can't get away from it, we can't ignore it. Embracing it's certainly not helping anymore. And sooner than later, that stone starts to feel a little heavy. That stone starts to weigh us down and becomes a burden. Something we have to carry through the rest of our lives. It's a burden that is with us everywhere we go. It weighs us down in our relationships. It's the things we hope those other people won't recognize too soon. It's that flaw at work that just makes it so hard each and every day to get up and go. These stones become such heavy burdens in our lives. And every so often we get the courage and we get the gumption to take those stones and throw them out. Try to clear the deck. Put everything where it's supposed to be. It feels good, doesn't it? That fresh, clean start. Maybe it's at the beginning of the year. Maybe it's when there's a change in relationship or a change in life. We reset things. And those stones that were burdens, we say, I'm going to move on. I'm going to throw it out. I'm going to get rid of that burden, that stone. But like my junk drawer at home, somehow the stone finds its way back in. I don't know how. I swore I took it out and I put it right where it belongs, but somehow it's there again. Isn't that how it is with our stones? We think we cleared, we think we've moved on, we think we got rid of that. Somehow it finds its way back into our lives. What are we to do with these stones? How are we to move ahead? Well, tonight, you all have a stone in your hand. And I hope as you've been listening to me, you've been reflecting on that stone. I hope something popped into your head as I was talking. Some stone in your life, some burden, some mess, some brokenness, something that just doesn't belong, something that is making things hard in your life. And tonight, we're going to hear about those stones. Tonight, as we read through the Passion account, we're going to reflect on the stones of our life that sent Jesus to the cross. We'll find out on Sunday what he does with those stones. Till we're there, I want you to hold on to this stone and reflect through the whole night. Maybe carry it with you tomorrow. Bring it back on Sunday. Let this stone hang with you as a reminder these next couple days, and find out what happens on Sunday. So now we're going to spend some time listening to the Passion account. And we're going to sing some hymns. Some of them you may know, some you may not. Some might be in the back recess of your mind. And if you're not moved to sing with them, that's okay. I encourage you to read the words, to reflect on your stone, to remember what's brought you here tonight.